Do you feel rich? Do you feel financially secure? Data shows that people, even if you're making a lot of money, they're feeling less financially secure than ever. What's that data and how can you overcome it? I've got that and more coming up. My name's Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. Do you feel rich? I hate that term, okay? Do you feel financially secure? Think about it. How would you answer that question? Now, in addition, would your answer change if I would have asked you, a few years ago, maybe pre-COVID? Do you feel rich? Do you feel financially secure? And then once you've got your answer in mind, what would need to change in order for you to say yes? What would need to improve? What would need to be in place in your financial life for you to say, yeah, I agree. I don't like the term rich, but I feel financially secure. I feel confident about my finances. What would need to change? What would need to be true for you to say yes? Well, interesting article came out in Bloomberg last week. Survey of 1,000 people, so that's not obviously everyone, but it really paints an interesting story that I would say probably is true. This is 1,000 people that make at least $175,000 or more. That's a lot of income. How many of those folks are feeling like they aren't making progress in their financial life? Well, guys, get this. 25% of those people surveyed not do they not feel rich, they actually feel poor or very poor. I mean, take a look at that. About 25% say they feel poor or very, very poor. About 25% say they feel rich. Okay. And what if, and I would argue, if you just show me that data point, I'd say, rich or financial freedom isn't just based on income. It's based on your assets, what you've done with that income. And if you've loaded up with debt or whatever, then I can certainly understand why you'd feel that way. Well, take a look at this chart. If your net worth is less than $500,000, so all your assets, so cash in the bank, the house you own, retirement investments, minus any debt you have that include your mortgage, that number, that net worth, well, if it's less than $500,000, these folks, if you made 175 or more and your total net worth was less than $500,000, about 20% or so of those folks feel poor or very poor. Even some, get a look at that. If your net worth is $1 million, between $1 million and $5 million, even a couple percent, 3-4%, say they feel poor. How can you feel poor if your net worth is $1 million, somewhere between $1 million and $5 million? There's got to be more to the story then, right? And to me, this is where it all boils down to, this last graph here. And that is, again, just looking at people that make north of $175,000. How many of you feel worried or stressed out or overly concerned about your finances and where they're going? About 25% feel like they're just getting by or essentially that they feel poor and are very worried about their finances. Houston, we have a problem. This is very challenging. And yeah, if you dive into the article, it's going to point to a couple of reasons. I want to share some that are a little bit more tangible. They're going to talk about, well, if you're living in certain cities, there's a different cost of living. Of course, that's true. Of course, if you make a certain income in New York City compared to, the remote town in Iowa, it's going to feel different, right? So of course that's the case. Some states have state income taxes, some do not. So absolutely there's a difference there. And then the other thing that the article points to is this feeling of whether you're financially secure or feeling rich certainly could be your impression of other people. So comparing your finances to someone else, I've talked about that plenty of times. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you compare your finances to someone else, even someone else that you might say, oh no, I bet we're pretty similar, you have no idea the underpinning, the ways in which your finances are different and should be different than that person that you think you're pretty similar with. And so comparing yourself to them will rob your joy. Instead, compare your finances today to where you were. Are you making progress? And compare them today to where you want to be. Are you going in the right direction? That's the comparison that you should make. So are you feeling this way? Whether you would say, yeah, I qualify, I have that much income, or I don't, are you feeling that way? What can you do about it? Well, there's three things that the article cites, and I would strongly agree that no matter what your income is, if you can make progress in these few areas, it can help you feel stronger financially and more confident in that you're going in the right direction. I don't know if that would make you feel rich or not. Again, I don't love that term, but you'd feel more stable financially. First is managing debt. Managing debt. And obviously that's more challenging right now with high interest rates and so on. But even if you've got a mortgage but that has a really low interest rate, you can feel financially unstable because we're all dealing with higher inflation and we're all feeling the burdens of, well, life's getting more expensive. And when you've got a lot of debt, even if it's at low interest rates, you are less nimble, you are less flexible. And if you're less flexible, then you're going to feel less rich or less financially strong, right? So if it costs more to do the things that you want, go to the grocery store, have the life experiences that you want, if that costs more and you've got a high car payment or a high mortgage payment or both or whatever, then you're gonna feel like your finances are more tight. So do you have the right ratio? When you look at your 3 bank account system, when you look at your cash flow plan, your budget, is too much of it going towards debt? I'd be mindful of that as you make future decisions and as you set financial goals to pay down debt. Second thing that also helps lead to you feeling more financially confident, more financially secure, is having more cash saved up. Do you have that emergency fund fully stocked? I've said this so many times that emergency fund, I know everyone calls it that. I prefer to call it a financial confidence account. When you've got that cash reserve fully funded, whether for you, if that's 3 months of your lifestyle or 6 months or a flat amount that you've set a target at, when you have that fully funded, you are more confident in your finances to face an uncertain financial future. Whether that is more confident to go out and take those vacations or to do that improvement to the house, or more confident to max fund that retirement account, or more confident when you see there's some layoffs going on or changes in your industry. When you've got more cash on hand, when you have that emergency fund built up, you have more financial confidence, and I'm sure that overall financial confidence would spread over to how would you answer, well, do you feel financially secure? Low debt or manageable debt and a fully funded emergency fund would give you I feel confident. And then the final thing that I encourage you to help you feel more financially stable or rich or whatever is, where do you stand in regards to your financial goals, in relation to what you're striving to achieve financially? Do you know? The article even states this. Well, I don't know if I'm saving enough. I don't know if I'm on track for retirement. I don't know if I'm able to help my kids with college. Those big financial goals. Do you know, have you articulated, have you worked with the CFP to say, yeah, this is what we're trying to achieve? And do you know if you're on track for that or not? To me, having that awareness, having that clarity gives you confidence. Yeah, I'm doing what I need to do. Or, you know what, right now I'm not quite where I want to be, but I'm working this strategy and I'm going to get there soon. So yes, we're all dealing with inflation. Yes, financially things are challenging. Yes, thanks to social media and other things going on, it's easier to play the compare game. But do you feel financially strong? Do you feel financially confident? Managing your debt, building up the right amount in cash and emergency fund, and clarifying where you stand with your goals, whether that's retirement or college or getting debt free or buying that second house or buying your first house, whatever it is. Do you know where you stand with those goals? Those three things I'm sure would help you answer that question. Do you feel rich? Do you feel financially secure? Answer it much better than otherwise. Well, here's the good news. Those are the exact things, as well as a lot of other, that your financial advisor, your certified financial planner, that's the things they can help you with. That's what they want to help you with. Working with a CFP, doing comprehensive financial planning, looking at all 6 areas of your financial life and how they intersect to help you have that financial peace, that clarity, confidence, and the creative strategies to help you get there. Work with your CFP. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or send us an email, info@korhorn.com. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.